Hi, everybody, down here in the corner. How's it going? I'm really excited to get started today. I have missed you all so much. I've missed interacting with you. I'm grateful for those of you that have been able to get online and come and play with me or just chat with me or have a one-on-one with me. I know it wasn't required of you, but it's been really nice to touch base with you. Um, every day I'm going to be creating this video that basically is going to give kind of some general announcements. Then I'm going to go into my social studies lesson for the day, and then I'm going to go into my literacy lesson for the day. And so for those of you that I have for only literacy, if you want, I'll have a timestamp when I share it on Google Classroom, so that those of you that I have for literacy can kind of fast forward through. But I have so many of you for both social studies and literacy, I figured I might as well just make one video. So first and foremost, I promised I would do shout outs. So I'm going to do a few shout outs to people who I've already gotten letters from. For those of you that haven't gotten a letter in the mail, don't fret. I sent them all on Friday, so they should be there today, if not tomorrow. If you don't get something in the mail by Friday, let me know, and I can resend you something. So the following people are going to get an individualized letter from me in the mail soon. So Mary Lou, she drew me a little picture, and she wrote me a little letter. Cardina also wrote me a letter. And Gerardo, he was all excited because it was my birthday last week. So thank you to the three of you, and I look forward to getting more from the rest of you. Okay, so now we are going to move into kind of telling you what we're doing for social studies. I'm on my first hour Google Classroom page, but all of my social studies sections look the same, so don't panic. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do when you get onto your page is to click up here on classwork. Okay, that is where you're going to be able to see more of the organization. I know that most of us use the stream, but I want you actually to click on classwork, okay? So I'm going to erase this really quick. All right. So once you're in classwork, you can see over here, I've basically tried to organize your Google Classroom a little bit more than it has been in the past. So I've given you resources, and I've also told you what we're going to be doing this week. So the first thing I want you to look at is resources, and it'll bounce you right to that section. Right now, it's not available to you. It will be available at 8 o'clock when this video goes live. So this will look a little bit different once you get it. Okay, and the first thing I want to talk you through is the document called Schedule Example or Template, and I call it in Google Classroom Teacher Contact and Scheduling Information. So if you want, you can put this video on half your screen and then follow along with me on your copy on the other half of the screen, or just watch this video and then go back and do it all yourself. Okay, so I've done another screencastify kind of explaining to you how to use this document, but basically what this is up here for you is a mock schedule, which means it's a pretend schedule. Maybe this is your actual schedule during the day, maybe it's not. You can always change that. But all the directions you need on how to use this document are here. So I'm not going to go through it too much, but just know that all of your teachers in 6th grade have put their office hours, their Google Classroom link, their email address, all on this one sheet. So you have contact with all of us just from one document, which we hope is helpful to you. Okay. The other one I want to talk to you about is your daily check-in. This is how I'm going to be taking attendance. Okay, it's going to look the same every single day. The way we have it laid out, let me see if I can do a preview so it looks like how you'll see it. Okay, so every day it's going to remind you, if you come onto Google Classroom, what are our norms? So you have to read through those at least the first time so that you remember the norms. For those of you that were on here last week, some of these are going to be quite a reminder for you. Okay, and then you need to say if you agree to the Hangout norms or not. If you don't, then I'm just going to ask you not to come to the Google Hangout or to do individual Google Hangouts with me one-on-one. Okay, and then you're just going to read through the next one. It says, what did you accomplish today? Check everything that you did, everything you didn't do. And this will be for my social studies and my ELA classes. You can do this just one time, but I prefer if you do it both in your social studies and your ELA Google Classroom. You can tell me how you're feeling, and then basically just like where are you at overall. And then that is what you will do at the end of every day. So once you've accomplished all the tasks, okay? So it's just a way for me to figure out where you're at. All right, and then for the actual assignment, you're going to click over here on week of 330. That's today. Okay, so some people over the weekend were freaking out because I posted this over the weekend. I'm now going to post it starting at 8 o'clock so that people don't think that you have homework over the weekend, Louise. Okay, so there's a few different links here. The first is your lesson for the day. The second is if you want to have an individual appointment with me, you can sign up for a 15-minute appointment. And then I actually have to change this because I realized I have to put William down for a nap at noon. So our class video meeting is going to be from 12:30 to 1:30. Okay, so 12:30 to 1:30 every day will be our class video meeting, and you can click here. And that's for everybody. As many people that want to come, we'll do check-in. I'll just be available to answer questions, etc. Okay, so for social studies, your lesson for today, basically, just read through this document. You don't need to use this part on the top. It was just kind of a note for me. And then here, I actually read all the instructions out loud too. So if you don't want to read them and you'd rather listen to them, they're there. And then basically you just read through all the instructions, do what it says. Just a warning here, for this section here, there are 5 questions. You only need to choose 2, okay? 2 questions. And then the final part is just optional. It's if you're bored. I know some of you actually really like school and would be really interested in doing this part. Feel free to do it. If it takes you more than half an hour, stop wherever you are, highlight it, and comment, "This is where I ended after half an hour," because you should only be doing half an hour of work every day for every class. Okay, and that'll kind of help me figure out where we're at for next week. So for example, if I did all of this stuff up here, I read the article, and then I answered this question, but then I had to stop, I'm going to highlight here, click the comment button, and just say, "I stopped here after half an hour." Okay, and then I'll know that that's how far you got. Okay, there's no judgment. I'm not going to be grading you on how much you get done. I'm just interested in how much you can get through. So that's for social studies for today, and that's what everything will look like pretty much on a day-to-day basis. This is kind of the assignment layout for you. Okay, and then so if you're in my social studies class and you are not in my reading and writing class, you can now hang up or turn this off and get going. If you're in my ELA class, I'm just really quick going to tell you what to do for that. Okay, so for those of you in reading and writing with me, you're going to be writing a journal. Okay. You should be reading. I already delivered you your books, except Aiden, I have to touch base with you because I couldn't get your books to you. And so you're going to have a copy of this in your Google Classroom. So if we go to your specific Google Classroom, you will see again, if you click up on classwork, resources, and week of 330. And under 330 is where I will share this. And actually, I'm just going to, I'm just going to do it right now so that I can make sure that you all have it. Okay. And this is going to be an assignment that you keep coming back to. So yes, you will be doing part of it today, but then you are going to continue coming back in here every single day. And so I will be checking it, but you can turn it in every day, but then at the end of every day, you're going to or at the beginning of every new day, you're going to be starting again. So I would just recommend writing in there and then just leaving it. I can still view it even if you haven't finished it. Okay, I need to make sure that this is under week of 330. All right, sweet. So now if I click on week of 330, there it is. Okay, there's your journal. So basically, just read through the instructions. And then every day you're going to have something to write about. So for today, here's the layout of what you're going to write about. It's a half a page. Okay, you have to have it in a certain text. So you can read up here, it tells you. Okay. And then all the way down below, I actually wrote an example. So if you're like, I don't even know what to write about, here's an example for you. Okay, pretty clear, but if you have any questions, you can always email me or sign up for a one-on-one meeting. And then, of course, after that, make sure you do your daily check-in. Okay? I think that's all. I feel weird like hanging up because it feels like it shouldn't be over already. But I wish you the best of luck. I love you all. And I hopefully will see you on Google later today. Love you. Bye.